Hello guys, this is Gavin from GavinClub. How are you today? I'm very good. Today's video, I have an unboxing for you. I got you an unboxing of my first Christmas present of the year. It's an early Christmas present, but there's a story behind it. We are going out there. Me and my brother was shopping for stuff for his new apartment. So we went to Target to look for something. And we went to the electronic stuff because we wanted to pick up some fire sticks. And when we did that, I don't know if you guys know or seen them. You know, I had these. These are my old headphones. These are my old pair of headphones. Now, they are good. They are very good, but they are old. I had these for about five years. About 5 or 6 years. And about 2 weeks ago, probably a little longer, about a month ago, one side was going in and out. So then the other side was going in and out. So they were both going in and out all the time, and they wasn't really audible. So they blew. These things blew. But I had these for 5 years. I had these for exactly 5 years. I am so bad with boxes that I still have the original box that these go in. So this is the original box that these go in. So now these are broken, but I'm still going to keep the box. So this will go in there. So the original. So we went to Target, and he already knew I wanted the new LG headphones. So we was looking out, seeing so I went up to the guy I had these on. I said, hey, by chance, do you have any of these? And he went up to them, and there was about 4 left. That's all there were. There was a white pair, there was a black pair, and there was a pink pair. And I decided to get the white. I could have got the black, but when I saw the white, I thought it was sharper, I thought it was neater, and I thought it would be more reliable to get them. You know, to get the headset. So these are my new headphones that I'm using with my phone now. I love LG, but I don't like everything that LG makes. There's certain things I like that LG makes, and certain things I don't like about Samsung. But LG and Samsung combined. So these are LG. I have a Samsung phone, and I have a Samsung smartwatch. So not everything is Samsung. I don't like Samsung earbuds. I don't like Samsung headphones. I think they're not good. I don't think they have good sound. I don't like the Samsung headphones. Now there was different brands, but because these has been, because of these has been so good to me since 2011 for Christmas. You know, these lasted me for about 5 years. I had these for 5 years. I got these for Christmas in 2011. These last me so long that I knew that if I would have got the LG pair, I knew these would last long. I knew these would last me anywhere between 4 and 5 years. I don't know how long the other ones will last. And, you know, not that that is, these are also the first generation. I got these when they first came out. The first generation of these, 5 years ago. The first generation. These were selling with a combined package. Believe it or not, these were selling with a combined package with the LG V8. So the V20 just came out just about a month ago, and they were selling these with them. These came out with 5 years ago with the LG V8. then they went to V10, and they keep going on. You know what I mean? So these are very old, first generation headphones, and they last me a while. Okay? Not many functions on this, remember, not many functions on this at all. There's a talk head. There's not many functions, no buttons. First generation, they really didn't know. 5 years later, I have gotten these. The same exact kind, I have the same exact cone, but the Tone Pro, Serenity, Comfort, and Inspection Clarity. Premium. These are the premium ones. So there's a little bit more options now. There are different brands of this headphones. There are the LG Tone Pro, and there's the LG Active. I don't know how the LG Active is. I only got the Pro because I know how the Pro works. And I know how I like the Pro and what they work on. Alright. So this to give you a heads up, I did open this yesterday. I did open this box. It's not a clean unboxing, but it's still unboxed. I opened them, I used them, and I charged them up so I can do this video. Very good. On the side of the box are text to speak. That is a new function for this headphone. Text to speak is not a new function, but I have used the text to speak and it's a lot better. Because before, on your phone, these, you will have to, it was very hard to pick up your voice and, good. But these, all you have to do on these, I will show you in a minute, you hit a button and they work. Okay. Call active dialing, voice active dialing. Same thing on that. Capability, advanced, multi-point. So that is one new feature that I can definitely say about these headphones is the advanced multi-point. These didn't have it, and what that means is this one, it was harder to pick up your voice and it couldn't really understand you because these only had one mic. These only had one mic, and one of these only had one microphone on them, and it was on this side, and it was a very small microphone, not really big, and it couldn't really pick up your voice. It was a very small microphone built in. But remember, these are 5 years generation. See, I'm so bad, I still have the box. I still have the box for my PS3 and all that. Okay. Now I'm going to put these in my mouth. I'm not going to throw these away because I still want them. Okay. Who cares? K-A-N-A, Decaro, okay? Who cares? Well, you might not care, but some people might care. Some people might want to know what there is to offer. So that's why I'm going to do an unboxing. Because some people might not care, but I care. And some people care. Alright, so this is a sleeve that you get. LG phone. Nice headphones, nice piece of product, nice headphones. Now, I am going to do a review comparing both these headphones together. Alright? So nice little packages, nice box in it. Now, before that's the first generation, that had the plastic box, so the box is a little bit more better. LG Life is good. You open up the box. Hello! This is how they look at it. Now remember, I already opened it. First thing you get is a pair of this, and a little sleeve, and a little zippy envelope. Open this envelope for you. On here are different size earbuds. So depending on how big your ears are, if you don't like the size of these earbuds, you can change them out and put these on there. So they give you 4 different them. So there's 3 different sizes of earbuds on them. The ones that are already on these are the biggest size. So if you think these are too big, then you can go down to a smaller size, and they give you them into a little nice pack. So let's say you lose one of them, you have them. So very product. I keep them in the box. Okay. Also, in the box, you also will be getting a power cord. You'll be getting a USB to micro USB power cord. Already nice in the package, nice cord. But I'm not using this cord because I have probably have about 15 or 20. I probably have about 10 or 15 of them lying around the whole house. So I'm just gonna keep this in a package. So if I want something new, boom, done. So this is USB to micro USB. I'm going to keep that in the package as well with all the goody stuff. Okay. So before, remember the last ones I think I bought, the first generation ones I got for Christmas, I think they was about $80 and not good. These are, I got them, well, these are my Christmas present for my brother, but I got them early. These were, I think, $49.99 for this, and there's more features, and they give you a power cord. I don't think that one came with a power cord. That is not. So this is how it looks like. Boom. Nice. I like the white. The nice LG branding. I think the top of the neck is a little bit more firm, not so much flimsier. The wire, one thing I can definitely say about the wire. One thing I can say about the wire is the wire that's going to the earbuds from is a thinner wire, so just be careful that you don't break it. You get this, get a nice little earbud. It also has this little clip, so depending on how much cord you want, you can go down for more cord, down and less for more cord. So depending on how much cord you want, you can adjust that by that. Same with that. Now, one good thing I can definitely say on the back when I first opened these in the car, so I can charge them up, so I can use them, is one thing I can definitely say is, on my last ones, it was very hard to press the button. My last ones, when I wanted to press a button, it was a little pain in the butt to press the button. There was 3 on this side, and 3 on this. So it was a little pain in the butt to press the buttons on this one, because it was all on one side. This one, I don't think it's so much crowded. It's easy to find, because there's so many buttons on both of the sides. So crowded. Now this one, they have a button on top. It's a very nice look. A $50 product I have been using, I use these to vacuum this morning. It is a very nice product. So, the top button you'll get, if you can see it, the top button that you'll be getting right here, that will be your talk. That will be like your talk or your series, or for my phone, it's will be your OK Google. So you hit that button. Now before I was always hitting the wrong button. So now I'm gonna if I put them on this side, I know what button is it. It's always on my left. Hit that, you can say, OK Google, call mom. Hopefully my phone didn't go off, but it didn't. Or OK Google, text dad. And you can just hit a button. Before, you have to hit the button, you have to wait, and it couldn't really pick up. This, by the way, this thing has 2 built-in microphones. These have 2 built-in microphones, one on both sides. So they'll pick up your voice on both sides. And I think it's very, very accurate. I had a whole phone call with these already for about 5 days already. About 20 minutes. They could hear me crystal clear. You know, They're like, oh, you have your phone right next to you? No, I'm using this. Also, that, very useful. I think it's 10 times better than the original ones. Oh, that's this button. That's that button. Okay? Now this button, that button is, if you play the music, you can hit pause, play, pause, play. That one has the pause and play button. But the button was very small and very hard to figure out what one because there's so many. So this one is on top. It's very useful. There's not many buttons. This is not crowded at all. The last one I can definitely say, but it's very crowded. The buttons wasn't really spread out on the headphones. Okay, so that is very neat. That is a very neat product. Okay, if you go on to this side, on the side that you have the play, the side that you have the play and the pause button, you have your up and down button. You have your down, you have your down and up button, so it's down and up. So you have your down and up button, next to your play button, you have your track button. So your track button is your track, so if you listen to a music and you want to skip a track, you'll pop it up. You can pop it up and skip it or go back forward, however way you want to do it. Bottom button, if you hit the bottom button, it's a mute it. If you hit the bottom button, it's activate your mic as well. So you don't have to. You can just hit it. There's 2 different ways to do it. You'll activate the mic. So if you hit downwards, you'll activate the mic. Okay. I think you are able to take a look at what we have here. Okay, so the volume is up and down, and there's a little alarm for you. So the alarm means quiet, alarm off. Okay, so this is your sound. So more, loud, less, loud. There's a little smiley face and a little mic. So I think it's very, very useful. And I think it plays very nicely because you have your play and pause button, and then you have your volume button. So both of these goes together. So I think that's very use it on one, but they both go together. So on this other side that we have here is your home button. And this button is good because you can press the button call mom. Mom. And right there, like you see, I'm calling my mom, right by there. So very, very useful. You have up and down, and alright, so this right here, you have a pause and mute, your track, up and down volume. So I thought it was a very, very useful, and very, very neater than last, and very, very better product. So that's that. Like I said before, if you can tell right on these, the buttons are kind of crowded. There's 4 buttons. There's a total of 6 buttons on this for this whole thing. 3 on each side is a little bit more crowded. This one is 4 buttons, but there's like a little knob that you can go up and down, track, and so there they're taking 2 buttons. They're taking 4 buttons and putting in 2 buttons. So I thought that was very useful, very clever by LG. Now I'm gonna just wear them for you to see how they look. So this is how they look. They're very comfy on the neck. not too heavy, very lightweight. They're very useful. Now the magnet, I can say one good thing, one better is the magnet. The magnet on the original LG Pro headset, the magnet wasn't as strong. This one is very strong, so I think that's very useful. You get this little book here. You get the LG Tone Pro Smart Guide. Haven't even looked at this yet because who cares about book. So you have this. So it's telling you off and on and off and on. Boom. Pairing with LG Tone Adjust for Android devices. Now, I believe these only work for Android devices. These do not work for... No, actually no. These do work for everything. They work for Bluetooth, phone text, and telling you what all the buttons use. I think it's very, very useful. So one guide and tone clone guide and big guide anyway. So I'm going to tell you one good thing. I don't know how the battery lasts on it with a fully charged because I don't know how fully the battery is charged yesterday on a single battery. But when I was using these things yesterday on my chargers, I just used them out of the box, and I think I used them for about 3 hours, and they haven't died. I'm very curious on what happens when they do die, because the last ones that I had, the battery lasts a long time. I think they last about 12 or 16 hours. But when they were ready to charge, they beeped. They beeped once to give you a warning. They beeped twice, and the third beep, it was dead. So it was about after three beeps, you were dead. They were dead. So I'm curious on how long I can get with these things, how long these will last with battery, and how long after the battery warns you how long they go dead. Very easy to set up, literally. All I did was I turned this Bluetooth on, turned the Bluetooth on my phone, and I find it immediately. So it was very easy. There's no buttons. This one was a little bit more of a pain to set up with your phone, but you could use it. So that's my unboxing and my review of the new LG Tone Pro unboxing. Probably going to have this box in there for another 5 years and that one in there for 10 years. I think I have a total of 20 boxes in there. So this is Gavin from GavinClub. Thank you for watching this video. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.